The following podcast may contain adult language and an abundance of salt, so get ready, nerds, because we're talking Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Episode 1. Welcome to Hellmouth. Welcome and thank you for joining us on this special episode of the Salty Nerd Podcast where Jude gets to pick what we watch, and we're talking Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the pilot episode, Season 1, Episode 1. Welcome to Hellmouth. I am joined as always by my fantastic panel of nerds. Matt Vader is here. What's up, buddy?
I'm here, man.
Your hair?
I'm here.
You're here.
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm ready to go.
Yeah?
Let's do some Buffy.
Buffy week.
I love Buffy, dude.
Do you really?
I really
That's
do.
so weird. Jude, welcome to the show and thank you.
I'm so excited. I woke up this morning and I was like, it's Buffy Day.
It's Buffy Day. And Matthew Kadish, the producer. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, I've been a longtime Buffy fan, so it was fun to get to revisit the classic episode and looking forward to talking about it.
Yep. So as you guys know, this is a special exclusive club members episode. We're going to talk about our reaction to the first episode. This is my first watch. I've never seen this show before. It's gone under my radar from the 90s. I just never watched it. I don't know. I was never into it. Like, oh, teenage girls fighting monsters. Nah, I didn't want to watch it.
You were a little young.
Maybe. But, I mean, it's been around for a long time. How many seasons does it have?
7.
7 seasons. I probably should have watched it at least once.
You were probably 7 when this came out or something goofy like
I
that.
don't know. What was the first year?
97, I think.
No, I was like 10 or 11.
I was a senior in high school.
I was probably too old to watch this show.
Bunch of 16-year-old girls dancing around.
Well, technically they were all in their 20s.
They're all my age.
That's funny. We were watching, me and you, on our Discord app, saltynerdiscord.com. We do live watch parties on Monday nights. We were watching the show, and I made a comment. I'm like,
Dude, it's like
that bitch ain't 16.
Charisma Carpenter is literally 6 months younger than me.
She was 26, I think, when they
26.
filmed
Yeah.
the
Yes.
pilot.
Yeah, we were joking
And
about
you
that.
can tell.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. She's
She
like,
still looks like that, though. She is smoking.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
She is
that's cool.
she's a smoke show.
What I thought was crazy, I thought Allison Hannigan was older or younger than she is. She's only 4 years younger than me.
Allison Hannigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
she was well into her 20s also.
Buffy?
So while I felt like I
Lily.
shouldn't,
Lily, yeah.
so while I felt I shouldn't be like, having crushes on high school girls when I'm 27 years old, I feel okay about it now because, they really were like my age.
Yeah.
What about the actress who played Darla, the female vampire? Like she was Dexter's
wife.
wife.
Oh,
She looks, just as good nowadays too.
that was Dexter's wife?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Dexter, the main bad, like, vampire dude, I swear to God, I thought that was Dexter. Just
You
with, like,
did?
makeup. Yeah. Looks just like him.
No, that's the guy from Cobra.
I don't
Yeah, he
recognize
was the
him.
bad guy in Cobra.
The axe guy.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I told you that last night when we were watching it.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun. I did have a lot of fun.
Yeah, tell us about the watch party because you guys said it was one of the best you
Yeah,
had yet.
we had like 6 or 7 people.
I think it was like 9.
Was it more than that?
Yeah,
Wow,
including
that's
us,
crazy.
it was like 9.
Was it anity else's first watch? Or they just wanted to be there for you?
I think they were just there
This
for
is
me.
what we just said. We're all going to say, we got 9 people in
I
our
know,
chat
it's
room,
so
guys.
cool.
Woo! Yeah, it was
Discord's coming up in the world.
Well, I mean, we normally do watch parties. There's like maybe Nick will show up.
Yeah, like 3 of
So
us.
this was a pretty cool party. We actually had like a
I'm
group.
sorry I missed it.
It was
I'm
really
so
fun. I kept
tired.
texting you. I'm like,
I
Jude,
know.
get up.
I was already asleep when you texted me. I got them all this morning.
Yeah, we do those late.
Yeah,
It's just-
it was like midnight when we
And
watched.
also, I don't want to ruin it for you because, like, I've watched it 1,000 times and you've never watched it before.
Yeah, Jude can recite these episodes from heart.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can quote the whole thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, my first watch. General reaction. I'm kind of irritated at how much I liked it. There was.
I'm surprised.
Precise.
Let me tell you, there was some serious 90s nostalgia that
yeah.
I didn't know I had. Like the freaking mini skirts and the high boots and the
Look good,
music,
right?
the punk rock music.
Dude.
I was like, this is my jam.
I'm going-
These are my people.
I was like, is that corn? And it is corn.
Corn with a K.
I'm like, what?
was
Oh man,
nuts.
the bronze gets all the best '90s bands.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I was blown away. I was like, this is the music that I listened
I
to.
know,
These
right?
are the people that I thought were cool in high school. Like,
Yeah.
it was super weird, man.
Did it give you the Wiggins?
It gave me, I don't know what that means, but sure. Yeah. It gave me the Wiccans. No, I had a blast with it. It was way better than I expected it to be. Like, I was honestly expecting when you say, here's the plot. It's a teenage girl who fights zombies or vampires. I'm like, is it like like teenage, like CW cheese, like nonsense drama.
This was pre-CW.
It's not like that at all.
Yeah.
Like the teenage,
WB.
the teenage drama that is in it is like a side thing.
Yeah.
And it's all about the freaking monsters. And this chick and the acting was fairly decent for, young.
Well, what's also cool is like, so like they don't decanonize the movie. So the movie Buffy the Vampire Slayer with Christy Swanson and Luke Perry, if you watch that, this series is basically a continuation from the movie, even though they don't specifically say like, oh, the movie happened, they refer to bits and pieces of it. And so like if you watch the movie and then start up the TV show, you'd be like, okay, this is what happened after the movie.
Yeah.
I've never seen the movie either.
So Buffy the Vampire Slayer was a creation of Joss Whedon. And then he was greenlit for the movie and the studio took over and he absolutely loathes everything that they did with the movie. So when they came out and said like, let's do a show, he had to be talked into it because he was like, I'm not going to let you guys do what you did to my movie with my character. And they were like, no, we're going to give you creative reign.
Is this his original character and storyline and all that stuff? He actually wrote it from birth and...
Yeah. So he created a character based on the opposite of what usually happens in a horror movie. He wanted he wanted it to be about the girl who has power, not the girl the babysitter who gets killed.
Yeah, it was basically a deconstruction of like horror movies where it's like the vapid blonde kind of sexy girl usually is the victim of the monster. And he was like, well, what if we flipped that script and made her the one who kills the monsters? And when Buffy the Vampire Slayer came out, it was kind of like, taking this valley girl essentially and making her like the main heroine. It was almost kind of like what they did with Legally Blonde, except with vampires. And so like that was like a unique take on, the horror movie that up to that point hadn't been done before. And so like Joss Whedon kind of came in and was really innovative in like how he treated the material.
Cool. So Jude, give me an idea of how you got into this whole thing, why you're such a huge, massive fan of Buffy, and like, give me your credentials, man. Why'd you pick this show?
My credentials. Oh shit. I've always been a horror movie person. The Buffy movie came out and I went to see it with a couple of friends and we came out quoting that movie after a first watch, and it quickly became one of my favorite movies. And then like I've read everything about vampires. I just love horror. I love horror movies. I love horror books. And I've probably watched everything that has a vampire in it, or it's just what I like. I've always been into it. So me too. Thanks. My support team over here. So when the show came out, I think it started on WB, and where I lived in Ohio, we couldn't get it. So and I was so angry that I couldn't watch the show, and I kept hearing about like, oh, it's actually really good, and it started gaining popularity, and then eventually like my small town got the channel, so I was able to start watching it. I don't think I watched the first season because it wasn't available. I think I caught up to it later. But like I rewatch at least one season of Buffy every single year. I love it. It's my favorite. How much I love Harry Potter. Right. Buffy was my love before Harry Potter. And you know what a freak I am for Harry Potter. So, I've been to Buffy trivia nights.
I was going to say, you got to tell us that story about the Buffy trivia night.
I've been to Buffy musicals. So they had a Buffy the Vampire Slayer trivia night at a local bar here that was being hosted by
Nicholas Brendan.
Nicholas Brendan, the guy who plays Xander, her friend on the show.
Okay.
So, and he also has a twin brother. I don't know if you know that. He makes a couple appearances later on the show. But he was hosting the trivia night, and he was late. And so they were having a raffle, and every time you buy a drink, you get a ticket towards the raffle. And they were raffling off like a painting or something. And I was like, I'm gonna get that fucking painting. So while we were just waiting for him to show up, I'm buying drink after drink after drink. By the time he shows up, I'm wasted. And we started doing the trivia, and some girl on our team kind of knew him, like friend of a friend. So she brings him over, and I was like, yeah, we really need somebody who knows more about like the graphic novels and who has like, I haven't caught all the way up on those. I'm like, who do we know? Who could we get? And she's like, hey, Nick wants to join our team. And I was like, great. What do you know about the comics? And he was like, I don't really know anything about that. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. And I made him leave our team. Unapologetically. I was like, get the fuck out of here. You're not taking this for us.
The look on his face, he was like, what?
He was like, do you know? And I was like, no, I know. I know who you are.
like-
Get the fuck out.
I know more about this than you do, Xander.
That's pretty much what she
Oh,
did.
man, that's hilarious.
She was like, you're not good enough to be on my team.
I was like, you don't know enough
About
about
Buffy.
Buffy.
It's like, I will out Joss Whedon. Okay. Yeah.
The
That's
next
awesome.
day, I'm pretty sure I felt bad about it. But that night, I stood my ground. I was like, I'm dying on this hill.
Nice.
You know he's going
You
to
know
watch this
nothing.
now, right?
Dude's gonna watch this.
We'd love to have him on.
Yeah. Do you remember that time
No,
at the
he
bar?
was a cool guy.
He was really cool. And also, I bet he doesn't even remember.
So anyway, I'm super excited to talk about this show this month.
I'm so glad.
For our club members. Guys, if you want to get access to the full show, go to saltynerdclub.com. That's where we're going to dive into scene by scene of this first episode.
We're going to break it down.
Break it down and talk about all the fun things that we saw on the show. Me and Vader watched it last night, like I said, on our Discord app, and I had a blast. I
Yeah,
had way more.
What was Vader's take on it?
Well, you're a fan already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you hadn't watched Buffy.
It's been a long time. Like probably 15 years.
Does it hold up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it's not HD. I wish
Oh, the aspect ratio is like this.
I'd love to see him do a remaster.
It's almost
of it,
like Zack Snyder directed it. The episode.
Yeah, it's
for his
weird.
Settle
artistic
down.
vision.
God.
But no, I had a great time with it last night.
Cool. Right on. And then I think me and Vader actually watched the second one, which is like a to be
Well,
continued
it was a
thing.
two-parter.
It was a two-parter. We could not finish it, which should
I'm
tell you.
So pleased.
That should tell you how much we liked it. We were like, well, we got to finish this, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
You guys can stay or not. I don't care. I'm watching it.
So we're going to break down this episode and have a ton of fun doing it. If you want to help support the podcast, go to saltynerdclub.com and sign up. It's only $5 a month. You guys get exclusive access to 4 episodes every single month on top of a huge backlog library of content that we've made in the past.
Yeah, what's some of the content that we got in the members area?
Last month we did, what did we do?
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. That's right. We did Doctor Who last month. We also have Foundation, Apple TV's new show that came out. We talked about that exclusively for the club members.
And we're doing Eureka.
Yes, next month is going to be Eureka. That's my pick for the club members' classic sci-fi stuff. Why are you giving me that face, bro?
Eureka.
Yeah, Eureka.
Eureka.
It's not talked about enough.
Yeah,
We're
I
going to be
agree.
the ones to talk about it.
For a reason.
Oh my God.
No.
Well,
I'm
I guess
joking.
we'll talk about it next month.
All right, guys. Vader,
Yes.
where can they find you on the socials?
They can find me at MattVader74 on the Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
All right. Jude, where can they find you in your Buffy slaying days?
You can find me at I am Jude Juju on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, or you can check me out on my webpage, thevoiceofjude.com. And we have a Facebook group, Salty Nerd Podcast on Facebook.
Right on. Matthew Kadish.
You can find me at Matthew Kadish, Kadish on Twitter. KadishBooks.com takes you to our Amazon page, and go to saltylist.com if you'd like to subscribe to our newsletter, where we give you access to a private RSS feed that we post stuff on that is not publicly available.
Right on. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. We have a ton of content going out lately, and weekly podcasts about movies that we love to hate, all kinds of really fun stuff. Hop into the Discord app too. It's a publicly open Discord. We have a ton of fun there. We have a fantastic community. Shout out to all those guys in Discord. We love chatting with you guys. And all right, patrons, let's get on to it and talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Stay salty, everybody.